today's session all of you learn two gas laws, Boyle's law and Charles law. Now today I will explain you the third one, that is a Gay-Lussac's law. The law gives a relation between pressure and temperature at constant volume and number of moles. Here the scientist explains pressure of gas is directly related to temperature of the gas at constant volume and number of moles. P equal to K into T. Here K is a proportionality constant. If a temperature increases, pressure increases. If our temperature decreases, pressure of the gas decreases. Here take a T this side equal to left side, P by T equal to K. So taking the division of the pressure and temperature is always constant. That means if we change the pressure, the temperature also change. The division of the pressure and temperature is constant, and consider the equation is a 1. Apply logarithm on both sides. You will get log P equal to log T plus log K. The equation is like y equal to mx plus c, and here m is a positive. So we will see a graph that is a positive slope for the pressure and temperature. Now see the graphical representation for the Gay-Lussac's law. First, draw graph between pressure and temperature. What happened? If one of the factor, that means if a pressure increases, temperature also increases. Take a that means a temperature on y-axis and pressure on y-axis. So what happens if a temperature increases, pressure of the gas increases. That means we will observe a graph that is a line passing through the origin. Next, draw graph for pressure by T, that means a division of the pressure and temperature, and take any one, temperature or pressure. That take on x-axis temperature and on y-axis take the division of the pressure and temperature. What happened? The pressure and temperature is a constant one. So you will observe a line passing that is a horizontal to the x-axis. That means whatever the factor we are taking, either temperature or pressure. This is the one. And next, draw a graph between log P and log T. Here take a log T along x-axis and log P value on y-axis. That shows a positive slope. That means we will observe a line like this. This is a graphical representation of the Gay-Lussac's law. And we will see the next one, that is the Avogadro's law. The Avogadro's law gives a relation between volume and number of moles at constant pressure and temperature. The law explains at a constant temperature and pressure, volume of the gas is directly related to number of moles. That means the quantity of the gas. Take a proportionality constant and V equal to K into N. Here V is the volume of the gas, K is the proportionality constant, and N is the number of moles of gas. Take our equation 1. And V by N is equal to constant. Here also changing the volume, number of moles of gas also changes. But the division of the volume and number of moles is always constant. Okay, And next, take a equation 1 here, V equal to K into N. N is a number of moles. Mole has a relation that is a weight by molecular weight, weight or a mass by molecular weight of the gas. Substitute the N value in equation 1, you will get volume equal to K into weight by molecular weight. Take a molecular weight left side and volume to right side. So you will get molecular weight of gas is equal to K into weight of gas by volume of the gas. Weight by volume, that is nothing but the density. Density means a mass by volume is known as a density of the gas. So substitute the density here, you will get molecular weight of gas equal to K into density of the gas. That means if you want to calculate the molecular weight of an unknown gas is possible by using this equation. If you know a density of the gas, you should readily calculate the molecular weight of unknown gas. According to this, we will conclude molecular weight is directly related to density of the gas. If the molecular weight is increases, density of the gas increases. If molecular weight decreases, density of the gas decreases. This is according to the Avogadro's law. Up to now, all of you learned the 4 laws: Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac's law and Avogadro's law. Now, we will see the ideal gas equation. What is the ideal gas equation? What is the ideal gas? Ideal gas means the gas which obeys the 3 laws. What are the 3 laws? Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's law. Okay. The gas which obeys the Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's law is known as ideal gas. But in nature, we didn't observe the ideal gas. That means no gas follow 3 rules at a time. But at low pressure and high temperature, the gas behaves like a ideal gas. The gas behaves like a ideal gas, where at low pressure and high temperature, the gas behaves like a ideal gas. Otherwise, the gas is known as real gas. That means the gas does not obey the 3 laws: Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's law. Which follows the 3 laws is known as a ideal gas. Now we will see the ideal gas equation. According to the Boyle's law, the formula pressure is equal to K by V, and according to the Charles' law, the volume is equal to K into T, and according to Avogadro's law, volume is equal to K into number of moles. See, here take a V this side, V equal to K by P. Here, in all the 3 equations, 1, 2, 3. All of you know volume, volume, volume. In all the cases, take a V dash, V double dash here. K is a constant, K dash is a constant, K double dash is a constant. Okay, the 3 equations are a same one. We are finding a volume. So, considering all the 3 equations, you will get V is equal to K by P into K dash into T into K double dash into N. Okay, here K into K dash into K double dash into Tn by P. In the 3 cases, in the 3 are a K, K dash and K double dash are a constants. In the 3 constants, in the place of a 3 constant, take a 1 constant, that is a R. That is a R. R equal to K into K dash into K double dash. So substitute here, the volume is equal to R into Tn by P. That we will say PV equal to nRT by T. This is an ideal gas equation. Okay. By combining the three laws, we will get the ideal gas equation, that is a PV equal to nRT. Here P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas, N is the number of moles of a gas, and R is a universal gas constant, and T is a temperature at where we are taking the gas. And now we will see the derivation for the R, and also now we will see the derivation for the R and also the values of R. Take a ideal gas equation, that is a PV equal to nRT. Write down a formula for R. R equal to PV by NT. Here R equal to PV by NT. Here the pressure is a force per area. R equal to, pressure means a force per area, and volume is a length into breadth into height. Take a length cube divided by N is a moles into temperature. That means our temperature is a, take a units Kelvin. Here see, R is equal to force by area means a length into breadth, that means a length square into length cube divided by moles into Kelvin. Here length square and cube will be cancelled. So force into length by moles into Kelvin. That means here force into length is nothing but the work. Work per mole per Kelvin is known as a R. What is the R? R is a work per mole per Kelvin temperature is known as a R. Now we will see the value for R. Take a formula. R equal to PV by NT. At 1 mole per 1 mole gas at STP conditions. What are the STP conditions? 0 degrees Celsius, 1 atmospheric pressure. The volume of the gas is 22.4 liters. Okay, standard temperature and pressure, where 1 mole of gas has temperature 0 degrees Celsius, that is in Kelvin 273 Kelvin, and 1 atmospheric pressure. The volume of the gas is 22.4 liters. Here you know the number of moles, temperature, pressure and volume. Substitute in the above equation. R equal to P is a 1 atmosphere and volume is a 22.4 liters divided by the temperature. N is a 1 mole and temperature taken a Kelvin square 273 Kelvin. You will get the R value 0.0821 atmosphere liter mole inverse Kelvin inverse. The R value is a 0.0821 atmosphere liter mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. And otherwise, taking in a bar, atmosphere in a bar, the R value is 0.083 bar liter mole inverse Kelvin inverse. R value in joules is 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. And in a eggs, joule equal to 10 power 7 eggs. So 8.314 into 10 power 7 erg Kelvin inverse mole inverse. And in our calories, the value of R is 2 calorie liter Kelvin inverse mole inverse. These are the values of R and derivation for the R. Okay. See the ideal gas equation, PV equal to nRT. Here N means all of you know the mass, that means the weight of gas by molecular weight of a gas. Small m is a mass of gas, capital M is a molecular weight of the gas. Substitute here, the PV is equal to mass of gas by molecular weight of gas into RT. So take a m this side and v this side, we will get Pm is equal to small m by v into RT. You know our density has a formula, mass of gas by volume of gas. So substitute the density in above equation, we will get the P capital M into density into RT. Here P is the pressure of the gas, M is the molecular weight of the gas, D is the density of the gas, and R is universal gas constant, T is a temperature. By using these relation, you will readily calculate the molecular weight of an unknown gas. If you know the density of the gas and the conditions, pressure and temperature, the calculation of molecular weight is very easy. Okay. For calculating unknown gases molecular weight, we will use a Pm equal to dRT formula. That is also ideal gas equation. We consider as the ideal gas equation. Here we will take our density of a gas. See, take equation 1, that is ideal gas equation, and write here PV by NT, PV by NT is equal to R. Here R is a constant. If taking a 1 mole of gas, PV by T equal to constant, that is R. That means here the PV by T is always constant. That means if you are changing the pressure, volume of the gas also changes and temperature of the gas also changes. That means P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. That equal to P3 V3 by T3. Like that, if you are changing the conditions, what happened? These also changes. If you are changing any one factor, remaining two also changes. But the PV by T is always constant. Read the question. A sample of gas occupies a volume of 320 centimeter cube at STP. STP means 1 atmospheric pressure and temperature is 273 Kelvin per 1 mole of a gas. 1 mole of gas at STP, the pressure is 1 atmosphere and temperature is 273 Kelvin. And gas occupies a volume he gave. The volume of gas is 320 centimeter cube. Centimeter cube means ml. So 320 ml. Okay. And here calculate its volume. Okay. We know at STP the volume of the gas, pressure of the gas and the temperature of the gas. And he asked to find the volume at 66 degrees Celsius and 0.825 atmospheric pressure. Consider V1 is a 320 ml, T1 is a 273 Kelvin and P1 is a 1 atmosphere. And take these 66 degrees Celsius and 0.825 atmospheric pressure is T2 and P2. So T2 is equal to 66 degrees Celsius. Convert it into Kelvin scale. So 273 plus 66, that is a 339 Kelvin. And the pressure P2 is 0.825 atmosphere. And what he asked, find the volume at 66 degrees Celsius and 0.825 atmospheric pressure. Okay, here write down a relation for P1 T1 V1 and P2 T2 V2. That is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Here we want a V2. So V2 is equal to P1 V1 by T1 into T2 by P2. That is equal to P1 is 1 atmosphere and V1 is a 320 ml. T1 is 273 Kelvin. T2 is 339 Kelvin divided by P2 is 0.825 atmosphere. V2 is equal to, here Kelvin cancel, atmosphere cancel, ml is there. So 320 into 339 is a 108,480 divided by 225.2 ml, that equal to 480.7 ml. So the V2 is equal to 480.7 ml. Okay, like this we will calculate any one of these three factors, changing to one is a calculation of other one is like this. The next one, the density of a certain gaseous oxide at 1.5 bar pressure and 20 degrees Celsius is same as that of dioxazine at 10 degrees Celsius and 4.5 bar pressure. Then calculate the molecular mass of gaseous oxide. See here, the dioxazine means O2. It has a molecular weight 32 grams. Okay, it has a density at a temperature T is a 10 degrees Celsius, means in Kelvin 283 Kelvin, and pressure is a 4.5 bar. Calculate density here. The density is, we know a formula, Pm equal to dRT. So take a R value also in a bar, 0.083 bar liter Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So write down a formula for density. Density is equal to Pm by RT. This is a density of oxygen. Okay, that equal to, substitute the values, 4.5 bar into molecular weight 32 grams divided by R value is a 0.083 bar liter Kelvin inverse into the temperature is 283 Kelvin. 283 Kelvin. See here, this density is equal to a gaseous oxide density when the pressure is a 1.5 bar and temperature is a 20 degree Celsius. So the pressure of a gaseous oxide is 1.5 bar and the temperature is a 293 Kelvin. 20 degree means a 293 Kelvin. Okay, here this is a density of a dioxide, that is equal to Pm by RT of a gas, the gaseous oxide. So the pressure is a 1.5 bar and molecular mass, we want to calculate now molecular mass. R is a 0.083, temperature is a 293 Kelvin. So the R value is cancels. Okay, finally we will get the molecular weight, that is a 99.39 grams. Okay, if you want to calculate this, use a calculator and calculate this one. You will get the molecular weight 99.39. Why I am equating both means both the densities are equal. Density of a dioxazine and density of a gaseous oxide, both are equal. Okay, by equating both I am calculated the molecular weight of a gaseous oxide, that is 99.39 39 grams.